Welcome back to my humble abode. I am Yorkie, the Tale Spinner, taking you back to Galarian for more of the tales of the Whispers of Darkness in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Now, after having rested, our heroine, if such she can be called, with the temptations of darkness for her, realised she had spent way too much time getting rid of all weapons except the best, which meant that she was also getting rid of cold iron, which wasn't helping much. So she looked to equip people. She had nothing she could use herself, of course. But changing her party, she added a cold iron masterwork javelin for Woljif. Seela had a cold iron. Actually, we need a shield for her as well, a board. She's a sword and board. And a cold iron masterwork longsword. She, of course, carries radiance. A cold iron masterwork longsword, and she has her cold iron rapier there.
This way.
But we do need a board for Seela. And so, Seela took her board. And it was time to leave. The question was who to take with her. Ninio, she decided, was still to stay behind. Extra firepower on the front line being more important. And so it was that she decided between Woljif and Seela. In the end, deciding perhaps Seela would be the way to go. For all, she was a goody two-shoes and not really fitting in with the party. At which point it was time to head back to the market square, and then onwards, to see if the change to cold iron would be sufficient to overcome the babos. If not, things were going to be difficult.
Well?
There was just one babo waiting here, and that was all that remained. So, switching should be easy.
Only you deserve my obedience.
No reason to pause.
And then it was time... It was not time to do that, of course. Running off individually would be suicide. And so, time enough to head in and try to defeat the demon.
Let's have some fun.
I'll rip you apart!
The amount that she could do damage was questionable, of course. Darren decided the bless was the best way he could help at that time. And smiting evil was Sealer's immediate action.
Without risk.
Some healing on the already injured Wendwag. And indeed the kinetic healing that she could do.
I'll cut you wide open.
Into the fray.
Surrender or else.
They'll beg me to stop.
Out of my sight.
And so it was that Noir learned of the power
Spirits demand your blood.
of using the right damn weapon for the right damn job.
Guide my blade.
Cold iron short spear. Perhaps not equipping her with a weapon. Well, it wouldn't hurt to have a weapon, I suppose. Now, switching those around would mean she wouldn't be tainted by evil, but could still help out to the best of her ability. And what was that we saw? Where was it? Ah, there. Very little actually, but it was a little equipment that might prove beneficial. And a little bag of loot here as well. With that, it was finally time to say farewell, perhaps forever, to the Market Square. And to head to the Gwyrm Manor. And see what could be done there. It should be an easier time this time, they realised. Enemies upon the road. Always seeking to kill those around them. Such was not acceptable, of course.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
A switch of weapons.
Together we stand.
Ow.
Wherever my path carries me.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
And enemy bard. Well, that was a thing. It might be a bad thing for the bard, however.
I'll hit you! You are today's sacrifice!
I'll rip you apart!
And another bard.
The light take you!
Who apparently did not wish to live.
You'll see to your demise.
Stepping back, it was time for a blast again. As sure as jumping Jack Flash.
You won't
It was indeed a blast, blast, blast.
go for their heart!
No match for me. Into the fray!
Precision and grace.
And so it was time to leave again. And as this tale had been spun in a time reset yesterday, we'll just spin it in quick time. If you really need to see it, you can pause. The idea is he has treasures here that he needs and wishes us to clear out marauders.
I am helpful, am I not?
No backwards, backwards!
A box filled with a variety of whips and floggers. It seems he enjoys a party. As long as his partners do, I have no problem with that, of course.
I'll watch your back.
Trail me!
What's on your mind? I wonder.
That's a little strange.
The spirits guide me.
Apparently I can't access that box. So be it.
Tear your throat out! They'll beg me to stop.
Magritio, Turinos.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Caught perhaps a little flat-footed there. It seemed that our party couldn't make many attacks.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'll rip you apart!
But what was done well.
The light, take you!
Too late for apologies. The spirits demand your blood.
No match for me.
Though little damage could be done there, it was still worth it.
No glory without risk!
Sometimes that 1 point of damage or 2 points of damage is the killing blow.
You are today's sacrifice.
A new recipe. Always useful. Ah, no, I couldn't.
There, I wonder.
I can't get there. I don't know why. It's available as a lootable object if you can't get there. There. And... ah. Cambion.
This way.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Lying beyond was the library. Always a fun place to explore.
Won't stop us.
Into the fray!
Go for their hearts.
They'll beg me to stop.
Probably.
Surrender or else.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Out of my sight!
There was little point in expending magic on such a small group
No match for me.
that was also lacking power. A little healing on Camellia wouldn't hurt though.
Yes.
I will see to your demise!
And so it was.
Wherever my legs carry me.
And through the manor we went. Onward, ever onward.
I see blood.
The spirits demand your blood.
Too late for apologies.
No glory without risk!
Precision and grace.
You are today's sacrifice.
And a nice blow there. With Ember following up, surprisingly handling her bow really well.
The light take you!
I hope you appreciate this.
A shirt. A fascinating shirt. Something for our non-armored users to wear.
Wow. Hello there.
You can trust me. I am helpful, am I not?
Indeed. Oh, it seemed strange to guard a room with so little in it with a trap, but who knows what the rich get up to in their spare time. Heavy blunt object was clearly used to try to block the door. Door is broken and cannot be opened. So it was up to the second floor.
Trail me.
They will break against our resolve.
They'll beg me to stop.
Entirely
Go for
possible.
their hearts!
The inheritor, guide my blade!
A little healing on our friend Camellia there.
I'll make short work of this.
And another attack from Noir. The cold resistance being a problem.
No match for me.
Into the fray!
Darren could step in and start working his healing magic. Actually, no. He could step in. And hopefully, Noir thought she could do damage now, and indeed that was the case.
I'll rip you apart.
Still afraid, Camellia tried to come back. And Seela worked a little healing on herself
Without risk!
before attacking. Ah, fear can be a dreadful thing. And marching terror could spread fear really well. The door is locked by some unusual or mechanical means.
I will help where I can.
Save the last one for me.
The light, take you!
Surrender or else! I'll cut you wide open!
3 cultists, not 2. Still,
Out of my sight!
it seemed like it might be an achievable victory.
Into the fray! The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Too late for apologies! The spirits demand your blood!
And another fell. As Ranger and Dark cultists alike fled.
I will see to your demise!
The light, take you!
I'll hit you! You are today's sacrifice!
And another cultist indeed. This time managing a sneak attack.
Go for their hearts!
No match for me.
Windwag, knowing her friends needed her, strode to attack.
Into the fray!
So this is how it feels.
A little powerful there. And it seemed time for a blessing. And another, indeed, many of them around now.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Taking another down through sleep, Ember showed her skill once more.
They'll beg me to stop.
The light, take you!
You won't stop us.
precision, and grace.
I'll rip you apart!
And so it was that another fell.
Into the fray!
Yes.
Healing seems to be the order of the day at the moment.
Magnetium Turinos.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
And seeing one involved in combat, well, there was no way for her to reach the other, so she just tried. Not every attempt can be success, of course.
Surrender, or else!
I'll make short work of this.
No match for me.
The light take you!
And so the cultist finally fell, leaving just one before the final room.
Too late for apologies.
Out of my sight!
Into the fray!
I'll hit
And with a final arrow, that was it. The enemy was defeated. And soundly so.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I found something!
Scrolls. And a variety thereof. And a little loot box. And so it was time for some healing. Absolutely time for healing. And knowing what lay beyond this time,
Shake a leg!
after the time reset previously.
Open your heart to me.
The road calls me. I'll take the
Well?
bait.
It was time to switch to the weapons that could be effective.
Rely on me.
Oh yes, and also,
I heed the voice of the spirits.
that she remove the curse or the disease. Failed. Trying again. And so it was that his demon plague was gone. Wonderful. Some bark skin.
Miss me already?
And he could bring his blessing.
Death is life's final surprise.
A chance to enlarge Wendoag, perhaps.
This war must end.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
And shield of phase for each of the frontliners. And with that, it was time to progress beyond to the enemy that lay in wait.
I will see to your demise.
No. I'll rip you apart!
A saving throw saved. Didn't help the group, of course.
This'll leave a bruise.
I'll cut you wide open.
They'll beg me to stop!
Little attack from Wendoag. Ineffective. But worth a try all the same. Ember attempted to sleep an enemy but failed. And it was time for a blast from the past, which unfortunately was reduced to 0.
The Inheritor, guide my blade! I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
The spirits demand your blood.
Right. And some healing. Definitely in need of healing.
I'll just sit here.
Failed attempt there to overcome the resistance.
You are today's sacrifice.
A need of more healing, indeed.
Magritio, Turinos.
And it was time for Wendoag to run in and help with the attack. And sadly, neither of those curses worked. So there was little Noir could do, but sometimes something would get through.
This pain is excruciating.
And unfortunately, that attack did not help any. It was time, perhaps, to fight a little more carefully.
I'll prove I am the best.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Inimosi tradisi.
I welcome your company.
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
A bright future awaits us.
This way.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah!
Once again attempting to sleep and failing.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Out of my sight!
A simple attack there.
I'll cut you
Doing
wide
some
open.
damage.
No match for me.
At least at this point, the sneak attack was impossible.
Surrender or else!
The light take you!
The spirits demand your blood!
I'll rip you.
And so to war it was. And Ember made the Babu more vulnerable, which was useful, certainly.
Into the fray!
And the fear spread there wonderfully. Stepping behind for protection, she was able to attack. With a further bless, making sure they were secure for the duration of the fight. And fleeing in the middle of blades certainly did not help
For
them.
today's sacrifice!
They'll beg me to stop.
Ember ran down to do some healing. Come on, that's ridiculous.
No glory without risk!
And another bolt from the blue. Missing this time. A little group healing there to help with recovery.
Go for their hearts!
And she wasn't using the right weapon, it was time to switch.
This pain... So this
Are
is
any
how
of them
it
using
feels.
the right weapon? No, they're not. I forgot to switch weapons. Try that once more.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Fighting for a righteous cause is certainly different from a simple massacre. The former is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
So,
I'll cut you wide open!
it was into battle once more.
The light take you!
First, using the more powerful weapons that could take down these brutes.
They'll beg me to stop.
The spirits demand your blood!
Into the fray!
With Darren having to flee, there could have been problems. It was time to try and make the Babu more vulnerable, which succeeded. And also time for them to swap over weapons.
You are today's sacrifice!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Darren moved in, looking to heal himself. At least of some of his wounds.
I'll rip you apart!
And with their enemy now vulnerable, it was time to start with the blasts. Ember followed up trying to sleep the Babu, which succeeded, surprisingly so.
Go for their hearts!
The light, take you!
Out of my sight!
And so with just the Babu remaining and it asleep, things began to look a little
No match for me.
more potentially doable for our party.
Surrender, or else! I'll cut you wide open!
Into the fray!
Little healing from Darren.
Too late for apologies.
And so it was. The battle was over. And all that remained was to signal the Worm Man.
I am helpful, am I not?
Perhaps, perhaps. Now let us see that bow. She's using a wicked longbow. That one is going to go to him. His strength is not ideal for using it, of course.
You know nothing of style.
Ah, he can't use it, in fact. She could, but it's not particularly useful to her. And she cannot either.
Where wherever my legs carry me.
Time to signal Worm. It's safe to come. The mansion is clear, you're alive. Fine work, indeed. Essentially. My secret door remains unopened. Fantastic, I wasn't too late. If you'll follow me. Family secrets about to be revealed. It's so thrilling. Now you asked for Camellia to come with you.
My prying gaze.
Happy family, Horgus, an unknown half-elf, and a dark-haired young daughter. The painting is captioned Horgus, Worm, Iris, and Camellia. Indeed. No wonder you wanted her there. The painting depicts a thin blonde boy with sickly pale skin. The caption reads, Horgus, Worm, years of age. Now, what was the secret we saw? I don't know.
Forwards! No backwards, backwards!
I hope you appreciate this.
Magical armor. Just a breastplate +1. 3 maximum dexterity. Not good for her. Certainly not good for her. But she would benefit from it. I think 9. No, she wouldn't. It's too small.
Trail me.
Right, Horgus, what do you have to say for yourself? The paintings are right where I left them. Very good. Horgus Worm thanks you for your help. There's something off about the paintings in front of you. The blonde-haired boy in Worm family colours doesn't look like Horgus in the least. The family portrait depicts Horgus alongside an unknown half-elf woman and a little girl who bears a striking resemblance to Camellia. Who's that in the paintings, Horgus? So you've noticed, it seems there's no point in hiding it anymore. Horgus is silent for a few moments and then sighs and presses his lips into a hard line. You see, I have 2 secrets. Camellia is, in fact, my daughter. I am not the real Horgus Worm. You're not Horgus Worm? My real name is Darian Witt. My parents were the servants of the real Worms at their mansion on the eastern edge of Mendev. The Worms were generous and noble, but short-sighted. They burned through most of their fortune on charity, when instead they should have taken better care guarding the mansion. When I was 10 or so, I used to play in the garden with the real Horgus Worm, who was just my age. I have no idea where the demons came from. Horgus ran into the mansion and I bolted in the opposite direction. He was captured and killed, and I wasn't. Horgus shrugs apologetically. Crusaders came from the nearest city to aid us, but I was the only one who survived. They asked me my name, and I said I was Horgus Worm. That's the whole story. Such a heart-wrenching tale, it never fails to bring tears to my eyes. You are in no position to judge me, Camellia. Horgus's hand curls into a fist, but his voice sounds more tired than angry. You're right, I'm not. Darren's expression is strained as he listens to Horgus's confession. A small boy in a manor under attack by demons. Such a familiar tale. Mendev has many such tales, but there are rarely any survivors. Take poor Horgus, for instance. He didn't make it. You are fortunate, Count, assuming you're not hiding anything. Horgus gives an awkward shrug, making it clear he was speaking in jest. A golden opportunity fell right into your lap. There's nothing shameful in seizing the chance for a better life. That was my thinking at first. Horgus releases a hollow laugh. But the years have given me a different view on things. It is difficult for me to speak openly about secrets which I have kept all these years. I have been hostage to them my entire life, strange as that sounds. Camellia is your daughter? Yes. Illegitimate, that is to say. Horgus's cheeks redden. She has resided in this house since birth. The staff thought she was a niece or the daughter of a friend who died in the Crusades. I never disabused them of their notions. Her mother, Iris, was a half-elf of humble origins. She worked in the gardens here. I wanted to unite the Gwyrm family with another noble line. The Gwyrm name should not be permitted to mix with commoners, and thereby plunge into insignificance. Iris did not protest, and we successfully hid our connection. And when Camilla was born, I did not claim her as my own, as far as Mendiv knows. Camilla is the daughter of a Gwyrm family servant who died over 10 years ago. And before you start telling me what a terrible father I am, I want to tell you something. My daughter wanted for nothing. All her whims were fulfilled as quickly as they arose. I hired the best teachers and brought her the best books. She always ate well and had warm clothes. Isn't that what a parent does? You've discovered my most terrible secret. Father cares so much about the Gwyrm name that he raised me in our manner, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if Mendev society disapproves of some of his decisions. Would it be insolent of me to beg for your discretion regarding what you know about us? Damn it. And I thought Hog was as dull as ditch water. But now he brings this delightful offering of a stolen identity, a secret half-elf lover, and a bastard daughter. I'm afraid you'd rather put me to shame. I promise to keep your secret, Camilla. For now, at least. The hint of a smile plays on Camilla's mouth. Please accept my humblest thanks. August casts a wary look at the girl, but remains silent. What's it like to live your whole life under someone else's name? When I was a boy, I used to hate August, the condescension most of all. The pity on his face, his smile when he called me to join him in his games. The difference in our birthright wasn't fair. Envy clouded my mind. When the demons killed him and not me, and I thought it was a gift of fate, I seized my good fortune with both hands and never let go. When I told them my name was August Gwyrm, the only heir to the vast fortune of the Gwyrm family, on that day life was fair. Unfortunately, it took me many years to see the generosity behind the condescension and feel the compassion behind the pity. I discovered far too late that August was my friend, even when I didn't feel myself his. I never accepted the hand of friendship he offered until it was far too late. But now what can I do? Reveal the truth, reject the name, and allow it to sink into oblivion? Would my friend August want this? August shakes his head, tired. I bear the name of August Gwyrm with the pride and dignity it deserves. As a banner on a battlefield, I will multiply its merits. The Gwyrm family will not be forgotten. I still serve August Gwyrm. August attempts to smile, but the result is pathetic. What are you planning to do now? Well, first and foremost, I shall reward you handsomely for your help, and then I shall burn these portraits. I have kept them all this time out of misplaced sentiment. But they serve no purpose now. My ravaged home will likely be picked to the bone, and this secret room will inevitably be discovered. I don't want these paintings to be seen by anyone else. I see. Well, you certainly earned your payment. Here. It was a pleasure doing business with you. August is silent for a while. Camilla, I can tell from your face that you enjoyed fighting the demons in this worthy party. I only ask one thing. Are you certain? Camilla doesn't answer, but looks at August with a half-smile lingering on her lips. Well then, clearly I can no longer keep you safe. Our house is destroyed, our servants scattered or dead. August stares into his daughter's face as though he is seeking an answer to an unasked question. Then he turns his attention to you. But now, follow me. We'll make sure that no one ever discovers the secrets of August Gwyrm. But August, there's this other room down here, isn't there? Yes. Can we get in there? So we can't, apparently, get in there. It looks like there's a whole room beyond, so that surprises me, but there you go. Estrad, Grey Garrison, Allies, and Kalis' schemes. Don't have enough of that yet. And that's the Grey Garrison. And the priest at the place. Right, let's go back to the Terabade man then. And see if we can defeat the succubus. Enemies!
Well?
Yes, that's the right place.
Only you deserve my obedience.
We will win this war.
Shall we move? We shall move! I see blood! Blood!
I'll hit you!
Healing the self will help. Wendy!
I will see to your demise.
Maybe not.
You won't stop us.
Camellia?
Demand your blood.
Oh, there's another. What do you know?
No glory without risk.
They'll beg me to stop!
Precision and grace.
Surrender or else.
And that was a nice, easy set of kills. It's good to have them from time to time, isn't it? We need 380. And so a return to the Terabade residence was in order. Ah. I think perhaps a little sleep first would be in order too.
You there, beggar. Would you like some fried meat? With crackling, just the way you like it. I'll keep watch to make sure it doesn't get burnt.
Thank you, Camellia. But I don't like fried meat. You probably confused me with someone else.
No, dear girl, she's taunting you for having been on a fire. And so back inside.
I welcome you.
And we will begin the process of
I am yours to
Open your heart
command.
to me.
adding size, etc.
Yes?
At first I said, no, I can't.
Together we stand.
Then I insisted, but I should. I need that to
skip the
survive.
pleasantries.
Then I argued. Then I agreed to do it. Whether I had breakfast or not.
Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Well, hello there.
Ona Adayana.
You can trust me.
Bull strength on her. Followed by that.
I am helpful, am I not?
And ready to go.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
I'll rip you apart!
You are today's sacrifice!
A blast from the past from Noir.
The light take you!
Too late for apologies.
And there was the succubus. Yes, indeed, cold iron, etc.
I'll make short work of this.
So this is how it feels?
Oh. Healing to self.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
And an attempt. Unfortunately saved. Moving forward, Darren used his Bane spell.
Amorale Send.
I see something over there.
Again, a healing to self. And then,
To the fray.
foolish. Made the mistake of not remembering what she is. Well, one thing she is right now is down.
Magritio Turinos.
It was time for Seela to swap out her weapon for one that would be more effective against the demon. And for the things we'd forgotten to do to begin.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Ember looked to do some healing.
Yes.
And some group healing from Darren. And could we indeed swap that shield over? No, it's locked. A little self-healing there. With Ember coming to do more.
Yes.
And so it was time to return to the fray.
Go for their hearts!
The light, take you!
None of those would work anymore, so it was just time to do what we could. Darren with a little healing on Camellia. That's ridiculous. She should have recovered by now.
I'll cut you wide open!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
It would be a difficult fight. It would be less difficult if we had all three warriors, of course.
Yes.
Amorane Sentes.
So this is how it feels.
Why is she able to get in to attack Camellia?
Yes.
This pain is excruciating.
Magritio, Turinos.
Will you please recover? Domination 4 seconds. It's almost over at least.
The light take you!
Magritio, Turinos.
And at last she'd recovered. It was time to get back to...
No match for me.
attempting to slay. The blasts were never likely to do much, but it was always worth trying.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
And since everyone was healed, Ember just decided to use her bow.
Out of my sight!
Yes, we frequently miss.
The spirits demand your blood! You are today's sacrifice!
We frequently miss because they're rather powerful.
You won't stop us.
Magritio, Turinos.
I'll rip you apart!
Modifier's 9, her armor class is 29. Base 10, plus 3 dex, armor 4, shield 4.
Go for their hearts!
Ah, of course, Might Evil.
Into the fray!
Surrender, or else!
I will see to your demise.
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open!
Well, not quite like that, you won't.
The light take you!
Too late for apologies.
A little healing from Darian there.
I'll rip you apart!
The spirits demand your blood!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Esmo, Axel, yes.
Am I at my limit?
Close.
No match for me.
You are today's sacrifice!
Into the fray!
That's unfortunate.
I'll hit you!
I should probably have used it anyway. Just 3. Darian, we need you to do better than that, dear boy.
Beg me to stop.
Go for their hearts!
6. At last you landed a blow.
No glory without risk!
Precision and grace.
Well, you hit.
I'll rip you apart!
I'll cut you wide open!
The light take you!
You won't stop us.
The spirits demand your blood!
Noir. Why don't you bring that down? Get rid of the burn.
Into the fray!
Surrender or else!
I'll make short work of this.
No match for
None of us are making short work of it
You are
exactly,
today's sacrifice!
but it should at least be successful.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
And so it was that finally Terabade residents fell to us. Anivia, if you're reading this, know that I'm alive, and I'm rallying a troop of survivors to raise the city's defences. Yes, we already know that.
Lead on!
And so, it's time to make our way back across. And leave the Terabade residents behind us. The ritual site. A chance to gather more components, I think. And thus to the Tower of Estrod. One of the last two places we need to go. Just 22 more points. Well, it looks like some enemies ganked us on the road.
Fine trophy.
But where? What? Ah.
Too late for apologies.
The light. Take you.
Go for their hearts!
Out of my sight!
Yes. Into the fray.
Ouch!
Well, that certainly stung.
I'll rip you apart!
I'll cut you wide open!
I will see to your demise.
Oh, we have spiders coming as well.
I'll hit you!
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
No match for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
Another down.
Precision and grace.
You won't stop us.
And so it is that we gain our next levels. Kinesis gains the ability to alter her kinetic blast, as if with magic feats, by accepting burn. By accepting 1 point of burn, she can empower her kinetic blast using empower spell. Alright. And an infusion. Well, if he's going to be our Lawmaster, then I would say that we don't really need those. Camellia will be using stealth and trickery. So put it into mobility. While precise shot is important, more important right now, and indeed it shows not being, is spell penetration, because we're hitting fine, but a lot of times the spell is not penetrating. Spindle. You throw a long, roughly 5 foot by 10 foot spindle of elemental matter or energy 30 feet away, damaging all creatures within a 2 adjacent 5 foot squares unless they succeeded a reflex save. An energy blast infused with spindle deals its normal damage To each target, while a physical blast deals half its normal damage. We have Entangling Infusion. Your kinetic blast surrounds your foes with elemental matter. I think entangling could be useful. Now, Camellia, I'm unsure about you. There's a possibility of a duelist. Needs mobility 2, dodge, combat mobility, base attack bonus. Or the assassin is just needing stealth 5. Maybe it is for you to go assassin route. I think it is. Of course you can't right now, can you? Choose one kind of light one-handed piercing weapon, such as rapier. When wielding your chosen weapon one-handed, you can add your dexterity modifier instead of your strength to that weapon's damage. I read somewhere that the buckler does not count as occupying that hand. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Piranha Strike. Point blank shot is irrelevant. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on melee attack rolls to gain +2 bonus on all melee damage rolls. This bonus to damage is halved if you make an attack with an offhand weapon or a secondary natural weapon. When your base attack bonus reaches +4, and then for every 4 points thereafter, the penalty is increased by -1 and the bonus +2. No. We may have to retrain her, but I think that will be good. Wendwag, our dragon trainer to dragon disciple to be. What have you gained so far? You have weapon focus glaive and precise shot. The spell focuses are irrelevant. This would be for glaive. Choose one type of weapon, including an arm strike, for which you are already selected the weapon focus. You get +2 bonus on all damage rolls you make. And acquire a feat. That wouldn't be worthwhile. +1 dodge bonus to AC, a condition that makes you lose. Okay, that's possible. Since you're a frontline fighter, that could also be useful. And you, my stigmatized witch, I don't know where to go with you. So for now, we'll keep you on default. My oracle friend. You need meta magic, you need a skill focus, and you need to be able to do 3rd level, which you don't get to until 6. Make your spells deal additional area effect, don't know. Power of your spells causing them to deal more damage. Not what I'm looking for. Extend spells. Well, you are going to be a buffer. An extended spell lasts twice as long as normal. A spell with duration of concentration, instantaneous or permanent, is not affected. Or Haydn. Spells of maximum possible effect. That could be useful for healing. All variable numeric effects of a spell modified by this feat are maximized. Saving throws and opposed rolls are not affected. Bone Shaker, that's possible. Well, you're more of a buffer for us, aren't you? Bull Strength is useful, very useful. And you, my friend? Not sure on you. You wouldn't be using weapon finesse, of course. I don't think you'll be an Eldritch Knight. What about, Stalwart Defender. Toughness, attack bonus 7. So for now, I think you can stay doing what you already are. An animal companion indeed. And your horse, your noble steed. And so we make progress. Fail to sneak past the enemies. This does not really surprise me.
Break against our resolve. No glory without risk.
They'll beg me to stop.
Ah, we have others coming in. Ember, I think you need to heal yourself, dear girl.
You are today's sacrifice!
I'll make short work of this.
Into the fray.
I'll rip you apart.
Apparently you won't. I mean, nice theory. Where does it show?
Surrender, or else! Go for their hearts!
Nice.
Out of my sight.
The light take you.
That would be another down. One burn. I wonder why. Is that because it's automatically empowered? No. So why is it suddenly using one burn? I'm not sure what's happening there. Oh well.
Too late for apologies.
There we go. It's a bit of a hike, I will say that. Prepare to fight. We're not doing very well at sneaking at the moment, but that's fine.
They'll beg me to stop.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'll hit you!
the inheritor. Guide my blade.
Burn! Slice! Behead! I'll rip you apart!
I will see to your demise.
The spirits demand your blood!
You won't stop us.
Into the fray!
May I see your entrails, please?
Oh, stop doing that with Noir, will you? Ah! I need to get the horse promoted, of course. The bully is used to winning fights and displays of dominance. A daredevil. Whether the result of a partially successful attempt at revival or a strange blight or somewhat like Dampers, no. Some companions have uncanny speed while others master swift transport. Like unruly pets, some companions have a tendency to destroy nearby objects while unsupervised. Also, like Seela when she's had a bit much to drink. Can wear light barding. Now I have read that that is an important thing to do. I think it gives you group feats or something. There. The horse should be more capable of fighting now, at least. A short trip to the dead duelists, and then back towards the Tower of Estrad. And with that, we will leave that there for now. There are links to other gameplays you may enjoy on the channel. There's a like and a subscribe which would help us grow. And if you drop me a line in the comments, I will respond. This has been Yorkie the Tail Spinner. The Chihuahua has been hiding, and you, my friends, have been wonderful audience. Thank you, and farewell.